Hello, my loves. Oh, welcome back to my channel, y'all. How are you? It's so good to have you back. I am so happy to have all of you guys here. Welcome. So, oh my goodness, where are we on our journey? Where are we? I just want to go ahead and extend a big thank you to all of you who have donated to the channel. Thank you to all of you who have been so present, so kind, so loving. And thank you to all of you who continue to make my day. And, thank you for your comments and your generous donations, you guys. It really means the world to me. And I woke up in a different space today, and I really definitely felt inclined to do a collective reading based off of the Earth's vibration, okay? So I have a little new stone here, and I hope you enjoy it. I wanted to do a collective reading based off the Earth's vibration, my loves, and a big part of this is based and rooted off what we are going through collectively, okay? So one of the things I was feeling last night, I was in a very, it was almost like a trance kind of state. I couldn't sleep. It was really just one of those nights, there's a lot going on, right? When we have one of those nights where we're all trying to figure it out. And wow, I just had this epiphany of the earth. And so I started asking Gaia, and I started asking my guides the meaning of what I was feeling. It felt very intense. I feel collectively, so this is going to be messages from the earth, what we need to know, what's happening, and it's going to be a collective message for this week. So one of the things I was feeling is my heart, okay, my heart. There's a lot of pain around my heart chakra. There's a lot of feeling of, I would say it felt as if there was a heart ascension happening in that moment. So right now, you guys, in my vision, collectively, I do feel there are different, my guides are saying different layers, messages from the earth. This means all elements of your emotions, elements of the earth, financial, elements of air, creativity, communication, elements of fire, also passion, creativity, love. So I kept feeling this shift, right? Collectively, there was a big shift, a big moment of renewal. Okay, a lot of us, I am having a vision, there is a portal. Okay, it feels as if there's a portal here. And this portal is more about what we put in. My guides are saying what we put in versus what we put out. So what we are giving to the earth, the way we are giving to ourselves, how we are nurturing our environment, and how we are nurturing ourselves, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else. Let's get the main collective. So we have the Knight of Wands. This week, I'm having a vision of horses, stallions, moving very fast. What's interesting about my vision is that a lot of these horses are moving in different directions, but one specific horse is kind of hurting the rest, or kind of gently encouraging the rest, okay? So I do feel, give me 1 second, babes. Let me, I do feel that collectively right now there's a movement around speed, okay, around agility, but most of all around our direction in life, okay? For a lot of us, the horse totem is all about focus, drive, and direction. The Knight of Wands, Leo, Sag, Aries, is about the collective movement of polarities, the sun and the moon. Listen, a lot of you guys are really awakening this it's like this encouraging energy around your life. But the earth is showing you that because no one is moving linear, there is no linearity here. There is no one moving linear. It's like I'm having a vision of a lot of energy being scattered in different directions, and one horse is leading. One horse is showing the way. This is because we are all moving into a state of leadership. We're all feeling really encouraged to be more in tune with our heart, more in tune with feeling as if we're a leader, okay? Listen, Gaia is not happy with us right now, okay, for many reasons. I am not immune, you know? Are we respecting our earth? This is what Gaia wants to know. Messages from the earth. There's going to be movement this week for you. And a lot of this, it's like I'm having a vision of a swirl moving counterclockwise, and then it's moving clockwise, right? So there's a lot here in terms of erasing and what we're bringing in terms of karmic energy. Karmic energy means karma. What we do this week is in alignment. This was a short version on my Instagram if you guys want to join me. This is going to be a little bit more in-depth. What you weave is going to be what you sow. So the way you treat people, that's why I love that song, How Did You Love by Shinedown, because ultimately what matters is how you love, right? This is what raising the earth's vibration is. So I am having a vision this week that a lot of you are dealing with communication from the air elements, fast communication, fast movement. There's something really splitting here. So in my vision, I'm having, there are different pockets here of rivers that are split up, okay? So water is pouring down. A lot of you're recognizing a lot of it's like you're taking in a deep deep breath and you're saying, wow, right? Like, yes. Some of you are going to see your hard work come into fruition. For others, I feel there is a lot of energy around questioning. Why are things happening the way they're happening? Okay? Saturn is present. I do feel it's like listen, a lot of you guys, you're really giving yourself an opportunity to really master something. And this is going to be new. It's going to take a whole new version of yourself. It's going to take a whole new experience, okay? But listen, the Earth's vibration, what really matters here is a level of self-trust and wisdom around what it is that you're asking. The waters that are splitting up, it's all symbolic of what is ripping, what is torn, and how there is a lot of emotional energy being poured into it. Because the lines are, things are really moving in this situation, they're very linear. Very, very linear, very small. This is about, have you been awakening a lot of your heart space? Are you guys doing things from a place of love, or is it coming from a place of anger, grief, or confusion? The way we are sharing our experiences this week will matter in terms of the earth. Okay? So let's see, messages from the earth here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. I'm having a vision of the turtle totem here. This is very beautiful, very unique, very indigenous. Okay, it's very special. And the turtle here is all about movement that is slow, but it's active. The earth there's something about the earth's depletion in water because we are not actively really feeling our heart. We're really in a place of influence from a different environment. We pluck and we pluck at Gaia, at our earth, we are taking advantage of our earth. And I have to tell you, the biggest message here for you, for all of us, including myself, the earth has a last say. We can pull, we can tug, we can abuse, we can overpower, we can see what we can get, we can chop down every tree, but when the earth has had enough, that's it. We are not bigger than the Creator's land. So, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse right now, there is a focus this week on long-term wealth. What is broken within your lineage? This is about connecting with your ancestors, asking your ancestors. Pray, ask your spirit guides, can I please speak to my ancestors? Show me the way. Show me the way to my ancestors, please, spirit guides, and listen and feel for what is happening, okay? Or feel for the messages, the synchronicities, right? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse talks about the broken foundation within your family, the things we hide when we have status and power. We tend to shy away from, our true story here. This is not about showing it off. The earth is saying, how can you repair by becoming more curious and creative about your life? This is also about respecting the earth, you guys. Are you guys respecting the earth? Listen, who are we without the trees, without the elements? If we have no trees, we will have no air. Aren't we suffering from air quality? If we have no water, what do we have? So it's human nature. We push, we push, we push, we take, we abuse. I'm not immune, okay? I've had my moments. I started learning how to recycle, but I'm not perfect. I still mess it up, But this is beyond global warming, you guys. This is more about the ascension process of the earth. This is about our learned experiences from our past life incarnation. I am getting this week is also about establishing new roots. There's an epiphany, there's an aha of what it is that you need to be doing long term, how you want to do it, and it's more about being fixed. It's more about saying, this is what I want and I'm going to go get it. This is what I want and I'm going to go get it. So we have Queen of Swords, we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Some of you guys are dealing with legalities this week. I say legalities because I am getting a lot of justice energy around what is fair. My spirit guides are saying, what is fair here? What is fair? I also feel this is about curiosity and learning something involving the law, social justice, counseling. You're feeling very sharp this week. The earth is magnifying the air for you because you guys are really focusing on creation, on creativity. And I do feel globally, okay, there's an outpour, there's a spill of emotion. There's just like a lot of negativity around it's almost like, wow, you guys, my spirit guides are saying secrets are coming out. Secrets are coming out. Things are coming to light. So as this happens, it's like there's a box of energy or negativity, or just even, for some of you, it looks like serpents that are all coming out. So the Queen of Swords is about taking the sword of truth, finding your truth this week and saying, this is my truth. I cannot see it any further. It's like I do this all the time. I like to repaint a situation. I like to paint it a different color because sometimes I don't want to accept that people are, dark inside. I don't want to accept that sometimes I don't want to accept, right? Whatever it might be. Maybe I don't want to accept something that I'm going through at the moment. So this is about accepting truth, becoming more clear, and using the air element to manifest through positive thinking and mindset. Messages from the earth. Collectively, I feel we are all moving This is where I feel we are all in alignment. We are all moving across the water to calmer waters. We're all finding our families, something about finding families or finding our roots. This is mainly about seeking our purpose, our identity within whatever has been woven within the family lineage, okay? So I do feel this is going to be huge, you guys. 8 of Pentacles. This isn't so much about reconnecting with family in the physical. This is more about who are you within your kin, right? Who are you? What is your identity within family? Because what I'm getting is there has been so much of this darkness. It's covered the earth. The earth is crying, you guys. We are in trouble. Because when we take nature and we add what is fake, when we add things to enhance, this is where I really don't believe in enhancing things. The earth is not okay with it. So it does this, it cries, and then it takes on, there's a retaliation on humankind, on humanity, because Gaia supplies. So right now she is feeling incredibly taken advantage of. But the light about this, okay, is that the purpose, even within the crumbling. So what's happening is a lot of us are finding out the truth, but also the earth is shifting. I don't want to say crumbling here, but it's shifting in order for you to really seek and get focused. It's almost like it's not giving you a chance, right? It's like this is the earth, and it's saying, take what you have been working on and start getting rooted. Trust yourself. And it's taking over your mind. It's taking over your psyche. All these things you're going to love about yourself. All these things you're going to love about your future. The earth is asking you to pay attention to the call. Pay attention to what is being shared with you. Right now, there's a lot of, I am having a vision here of an energy around Mary Magdalene, okay? There's a lot of purification. There's a lot of forgiveness around who we were and who we're becoming. So this isn't about shaming or, crucifying yourself in this situation. This is about seeing your strengths. It's like, just like our Creator forgives, the earth forgives, but we have to show that we're improving, or we have to really, show where we are, where we need some tenderness. This matters, you guys. The way you treat our animals matters. This is one thing I've been, really in my heart about. This is what I woke up to. The frequency of our mammals, the frequency of our animals. So here we have Ion, we have an energy here of the Hierophant. There's a beautiful connection happening for you this week. This is going to be about emotional fulfillment, number 1. Number 2, it is going to be about reworking something, you guys. There's a karmic lesson here. Something is being knocked off in order to clear you. Something is coming to an end in order to clear you. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So this is about letting it go. Some of you, listen, I'm getting a lot of holding on. You're holding on to dear life. And I sound frustrated because it's a channel from your guides. Your guides love you. Your spirit guides are saying, please let go. Let go so we can give you something new. Let go so we can, get you to stop, not get you to stop, but your guides really want to see you free. A lot of you, collectively, there are shackles. They're personal shackles, okay? There's a lot of holding on to, it's like a lock and key, right? There's in my vision, everyone is kind of bound by these, those cords. What do you call them, you guys? The cords that they use on the tow trucks. Everyone, collectively, we're all like bound to something, okay? This is about seeing it. Kind of gives me the 8 of Swords vibe, right? We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Clearing our past. We cannot move forward until we heal our past. So what is it? Healing is, it isn't linear. Take it dose by dose. I'm big on this. Little by little. today I'm going to take 5 minutes of reflection. I'm going to cry. I'm going to, feel angry, or I'm going to feel, but allow 5 minutes every day, especially if you've had a very hard life. You need time. Trauma cannot just throw itself. It's really hard on the body. Okay, when you're dealing with PTSD and trauma, it's really hard on the body to deal with it all at once. I do not recommend it unless that is how you deal. This week is about doses. It's about active learning of observation around us, of ourselves. But it's mainly about seeing, what are we prisoner to? What are we prisoner to? With the Six of Swords, this is all mental. How are we freeing ourselves? Okay? This is also, listen, the beauty of this, you are pouring out the last little bit of something. Okay? You are pouring out the last little bit, and you're saying, I've had enough. I've had enough. What have you had enough of? This week you're saying, I've had enough. The Earth's vibration this week. I am having a vision of golds. So this is about personal power. There's an exchange here. You're giving something away in order to invite something new. You're going to give something away. This is a collective energy with the Queen of Pentacles. You're giving something away so you can transform and you can start something new. Okay? So this is going to be something that, for some of you, it's painful. It's really tough to let go. I think it's more of an addiction. This is an addiction, you guys, to money, to habits, to something, okay? This, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is a very cold queen. She's very focused on mine, I, and ego. So there's something around what you feel belongs to you. I, ego, that you're going to exchange for something new. As you exchange it, or it's almost like a spiritual exchange, your angels are saying, give it to me, and let me give you something better. Let me show you something better, right? This exchange in itself is going to show you what you are holding on to that feels so negative. This is about letting go of our expectations. Sometimes we have these fixed expectations of ourselves and we're not giving ourselves a chance. The Nine of Wands, okay? Again, speaking of trauma, it's present. So it doesn't matter what, there's a measure to trauma, right? But I don't like taking away from our story, because even if we feel we minimize it, there's been a lot of, well, I didn't go through this, so it's not that big of a deal. Well, I wouldn't say that, right? I don't like minimizing our story. I don't like minimizing it. We all feel differently, we all process differently, and we all experience it differently. So this is also, it's saying, at what point are you becoming, your own sabotager over money? The Queen of Pentacles is our feminine, it's our yin. This is where we receive. This is where we are very loving, and we express love, we give financial charity, we give, and then, how are we receiving? Are we comfortable with ourselves? This is also about an energy of a feminine around you who may be into witchcraft, okay, or some kind of dark magic who's trying to kind of manifest against you, or someone who is creating kind of webs in your life. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. For others, this is an Aries, Leo, Cancer. Okay, this could also be a masculine, just in their feminine kind of energy here, or they may have a distorted feminine. So, going back to my vision of the horses, you are stallions. There's a lot of speed, a lot of fast movement, a lot of encouragement around self-improvement. But the question is, how did you love, right? The Chariot is also about determination and drive. Sometimes the Chariot, we're moving so fast in life and we're so driven to get to point A to B, we forget, how did you love, right? One of the things I love to do is to share my food sometimes with people. Not all the time, right? But I love sharing. I love giving. What's your love language? So sometimes we get so caught up with the drive that we forget of what's happening around us, who we're giving to, what we're not giving to. There's a lot of, negativity here. So the negativity is only coming from the fact that we only see one thing. It's like eye on the prize. Right now, the earth is asking for us to see things from a multidimensional place. It's like a kaleidoscope, right? Seeing things from different perspectives, different colors. So we have balance, justice, temperance. Overall, the collective, there is going to be pockets, okay? Before we get to renewing our spirit, there's pockets, and these pockets are very dark. It's almost like we have to confess. I was just saying this morning, I was just thinking to myself, how would the earth judge us if we were at judgment? How would the animals judge us if we were at judgment? Balance is saying, how are we giving to ourselves? How are we creating balance with everything that's happening around us? In my vision, everyone is standing next to a dark pocket. Okay? It's almost like we're having to kind of face some of that shadow, the dark night of the soul, and we're having to do something with it. We have to alchemize it. We have to create. And it's almost like the earth is having us stand in front of the karma, in front of what we have done. The earth is saying, let's look at what we have done. Some of us, it's dark. Some of us, we are, in a position where we are working with family or kin. Could be the ancestors to help heal that darkness within us. Okay? So we have the moon. So there's shadow work happening around balance. There's a luminosity here. There's a lot of power here. But the moon is about mother. There's so much around the feminine right now. This is why I was guided towards that book, The Fear of the Feminine, right? I was guided towards that book for this reason. Because a lot of us, and it's not about the masculine fearing us. It's not about that. It's about, if we take the masculine yang energy, it is assertive, it is protective, it also creates, right? It is part of the creation journey. But the feminine is very nurturing. We do the nurturing. I can get into it, right? But the moon here is really illuminating that part of yourself. Your relationship with your mother is big this week. How you heal that, or how you repair maybe dishonesty, how you repair what has happened, the things that have been feeling a little bit uncomfortable for you, it's really going to matter, right? So with the moon, it's also saying how we gently release control, or how we gently release our emotional shadow stuff. A lot of our trauma that we're carrying. This is what it's about. Looking at those pockets and saying, dark pockets, they're dark, you guys. It's almost like we're all in alignment. The Creator has us all looking at this dark hole, and we're all having to face kind of at the, the end of the bridge where the animals meet us when we cross over. And we have to explain ourselves and our behavior. Right now, this is like a huge shift for us, because what is going to be determined is how we look at our behavior. How did we love? I'm also having a vision of the bear totem here, you guys. So if you have been on path and you feel as if people have been trying to take you down, or whatever it might be, the bear totem is protecting your legacy. I want you guys to know Earth's vibration this week for you. We have the Lovers. The Page of Swords wanted to jump out before I end this. The mystery is in how we speak, okay? So some of us, throughout our decades of incarnation, power and the way we manifest it, the way we're, this could be anything, you guys. We all have power. The way we command, the way we treat each other, the way you treat your spouse, your partner, the power of your job, your community, whatever it is, right? This is going to show up for you this week. How you have delegated your power. And I say judgment because the earth is judging us right now. It's at that. I don't want to say it's at the end. It's not at the end quite yet. But what I'm seeing is a ripple effect, and the cracks are getting deeper and deeper. And when the earth is cracking and the water is rippling and everything is kind of moving, especially with the horse energy, there's so much around the race, right? The movement forward. What happens is we forget our humanity, like our humanitarian side. We forget our empathy. We forget. Okay? So right now, my loves, this is about facing. We're going to have to face something very big this week, okay? A lot of it is about repairing. A lot of it is around healing. But I do feel family is going to be a thing here. This could also be the identity you have with your family or your tie or the past. Because this has been weighing heavy, okay? Your relationship to mother and how you treat that softer side of yourself. Let's see what else. Let's end it. Your messages from the earth. Page of Swords in reverse. You guys, you are dealing, as I said, the challenges are coming from our ego. Our ego says, no, it's not my fault. Our ego says, no, I don't want to deal with it. Our ego says, it's not me. It's you. Right? This is how we live. I'm not immune. It happens. Not wanting to see, right? The Lovers is about splitting the idea. The Lovers is about our higher ascension process. This is about this is about choosing higher conscious love aside from just the lower vibrating nature of love. Okay? This is saying the Lovers is the ascension of love. This is why this is a twin flame card and also a Gemini card, because this is about an awakening of minds. Giving me, this is like the Archangel Metatron energy. This is what it is. Choosing something that is more in alignment to your truest love versus perpetuating the lower vibrating aspects of our psyche. We need both, you guys. Sometimes we have to be, in a lower vibrating state in order to kind of survive. Sometimes it's just what it is, right? Other times, like this, we are being asked to raise our vibration, especially in matters of love. So we have the King of Cups in reverse, the advice this week about the earth. Let go of indulgences. There's something a lot of you have been overdoing, overflowing. There's too much of a fixation on something, okay? And focus. This is also about how you have been draining your empathy and your heart. You guys, we need our heart. There's been such a focus on logic, and I can feel it because of the energy of the horse. The horse is so focused on speed and direction, on strategy. We use horses for races because this is what we do. We gamble with horses, right? Who's the fastest? Who's the best? Who's got the best horse here, right? Who's got the most stride? So the focus for us collectively have been, how good are we at this? This is what the horse is saying. And in turn, with the King of Cups in reverse, there's a lack of water. Who are we without water? Who are we without our emotional fulfillment, finding our sacred space? This is really where it's at. Some of you also have a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces who is not, they are just not, this week you're going to see the truth about this person. I think some of you guys have been a little bit blind about seeing who they really are, and it's going to be a gift. Someone once gave me darkness, and that was also a gift. I think it's a quote. It's not my quote, but it's a quote. This person is going to show you who they really are. Some of you guys have not. It's almost like you didn't want to see it, and you're going to see it. And it's going to be a gift. You know why it's going to be a gift? Because this is what you needed. A lot of you guys are seeing. It's like, in order to see this, you know, it's like tar in a hole, you guys. Like, we're all having to face it. We're all having to face this karma, right? What is it that we have been greedy about? Or what is it that we have been holding on to? And we're staring down. And collectively, we're all having to do this week. We cannot keep going into the summertime, into this beautiful new phase in our life with that energy, okay? Especially during Gemini season, things are becoming more flow. Our creative energy is at its peak. And most of all, there's a need to release whatever is binding you, the shackles they have been holding on. We're all walking around with shackles. This is what I see. The gift of what is being given to you. This person, they emotionally have been throwing you off, and you haven't wanted, it's like there's a big part of you that doesn't want to see it with this person. They have been emotionally manipulating the situation. You haven't been wanting to see it, okay? Some of you guys, you know, it could be a feminine as well. Maybe this person has a Capricorn sun, moon, rising, or there's Capricorn in their chart, okay? This person has been, you know, blocking a lot of your light. But there's a fixation on holding on to this love or this partnership. So you're going to have to face what it is that Saturn... Listen, you guys, my Saturn return was brutal. It was not fun. I spent a really long time injured. So Saturn comes in very harsh. Some of us get it a little bit lighter depending where we are on our journey of ascension. This is also the Lord of Karma. You cannot escape him. This is what I love about the planets, about the earth. We always believe we are so high and mighty and we are above everyone and everything because, trust me, I've been there. But the beautiful aspect of being spiritual, which I feel is not respected enough in our community, we are not respecting our healers. We need to respect our healers, our astrologists, our spiritualists, because this is a very sacred journey, you guys. It's not easy. This journey isn't easy. Even for those who are on path to learning, okay? We are chosen for a reason in our incarnation. So the reason why I'm going on a rant, my loves, about this is because Saturn, you cannot escape. You cannot escape the claws of Saturn. So he, you know, I always like to see Saturn as orbiting around us. And he says, how have you loved? How did you love? How wise are you now? Did you learn from the last Saturn return? Did you learn from your last evolution? Are you allowing yourself to be humble, to be grace? This is my biggest thing, you guys. Sometimes we have to just be grace. There's certain things in ego that I have as well where I'm rigid and I just don't want, right? Because I feel something. There's a difference between intuition and projection of pain or grief or just being stubborn, right? Saturn is saying, how did you love? If you have been on the spectrum of doing things that are not in alignment for you, I don't want to say bad, right? You're going to have to face a depletion of creativity, of emotional fulfillment. You're going to have to face a lot of this. It's going down. And the thing about Saturn is it's a very strict father, right? So it's not like the first time Saturn gives you a little bit of a tap. Redirect yourself. There is no favorites. Redirect, or you have to go through the lesson. You make your choice. if you don't redirect, the empire is coming down. So here we have a choice. And when Saturn, orbited around my Saturn return, it was, oh my gosh, right? Oh my gosh. It was humbling, right? I had no money. I was injured, jobless. I had my credit cards. Racking it up. And I was I would say gently, but it was really uncomfortable. I was forced into an ascension, meaning I had to let go of greed, or I had to let go of my need for control and power. Everyone has a different Saturn lesson. This week, your person, either you or this person, is experiencing this. If you have a connection to Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, there's a really hard lesson around this with them. And the lesson here is you are not seeing them for who they are. And you have to see them for who they are. Because this person is not in alignment with where you're going. They are blocking your abundance. They're blocking your emotional joy. But karma is still here. So if they have been doing something out of spite, you're facing a lesson here. Either way, it's a beautiful gift where you're going to learn a lot about yourself. It could be the other way around. Some of you guys have been, either you're in a transition of coming out of a manipulative situation and you're going to be blessed with positive karma, but you have to be open to receive, or you are coming out of a time where you're, maybe you guys, there's been a little bit of some manipulation, emotional there's been something, okay? There's something Saturn is holding you accountable for in regards to a person or in regards to a situation where you have not been doing, you haven't been in alignment with your truth and good, okay? The taps happen because you have been in alignment with love, with loving people. The big push is because Saturn sees that something needs to completely come down and restructure itself. So what is your advice? For some of you, this is this has been something that you've been working on with someone. Maybe you've been really in love with someone and there's no way to get you out of this situation with this person, and you have to see it for what it is. For others, this is just an outpour of maybe manipulative behavior. And Saturn does not mess around. What is your advice? We have the Five of Pentacles. This is all about karma clearing, you guys. This is so beautiful. We are learning how to let go of poverty consciousness. We're saying this is it. We are letting go. We are becoming more free. Okay? This is it. Your advice is to let go of feeling poor. Poor in love, poor in beauty, poor in heart, poor in whatever, because this is how this is seeping through. This is where there is a venomous and poisonous snake around your life, because listen, collectively, we are in a fixation of lack because of what we're seeing, right? How can we, the Five of Pentacles, my loves, in reverse talks about how can you see the grace and the beauty of what you have every day. Whenever I, just an example before I let you go, whenever I step to my, my prayer, my meditation and prayer, I always want, to talk to God, and I always want to say, this, you don't have to have a religion, you guys. This could be a prayer of an open, sacred space. This could be like I am, an affirmation, or I'm going to be okay. That's a form of prayer. But either way, I always step to my meditation practice. It's never perfect. I have a million things swirling. But I always, whenever I want to complain, right, specifically to God, I want to talk to God, and I say, and I pause and I say, there's nothing wrong. I'm filming from, my beautiful car that I love, that I adore. I love my car. Okay? I love my car. I give it a lot of love every day. rights movement, right? So it's like I think of all the many things that are wrong in my life and I can't come up with, it's like every time I talk to our Creator, I want to complain, right? It's like I come into it and I'm like, oh, I'm so frustrated, or I feel like nothing is, and then I stop and before I can even get there, nothing is wrong. I'm so grateful for just waking up in the morning. I'm grateful for a moment of interaction. When things don't go right, you guys, what was the beauty of it? Like for me, it's just, I get to tour apartments, and if it's not right, it's not right. But at least I get an experience with someone else, a human experience, which I definitely need. I'm such a hermit. Little moments of joy where people make me laugh, and I say nothing is wrong. This is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Nothing is wrong. How did you love? I love you. Bye.